Woo! Yeah! Whoa! Oh, yeah! Metaphiles! Woo! Whoa! Metaphiles. Welcome back to it. The podcast that screams at you. I'm Jason Michael Ford.
I'm Zachary William Caffrey.
Today's topic is monster trucks.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's also the first time I ever revealed my middle name on the pod, so congratulations.
Even
one
in the
mystery
names
solved.
Episode you didn't even.
No, I don't think we ever touched middle names. It's just pretty. That's gonna have to be a separate episode. Middle names. We'll do it to celebrate our 100th.
There you go. We have to do all the topics again once we reach 100.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's slightly different.
Just whatever we missed.
Yeah.
And then when we get to 200, we can start.
Just the mop up.
So just stick with us for a quick mop up 100, and then we'll get back to brand new topics.
We like to be thorough.
Until, of course, when we get to 401, at which point we must cover the 300s. Mop that up.
Oh, lordy.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah. In, 10 years?
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Imagine, I mean, what will this podcast look like in 10 years? We will have...
Not pretty.
Cigarettes that have AI, and so they can smoke themselves.
They'll just float into our mouths.
Yeah. And our microphones will be made out of cryptocurrency, probably.
That's right.
And
we'll have to put Amazon coins in all the equipment for the next 10 minutes so that it keeps working.
It sucks that they put it on such a short meter.
Yeah.
Gotta go feed the meter every half a segment.
And maybe monster trucks will be sentient.
It could be. I did notice in my research that when reading about a monster truck, the truck is referred to as though it is an entity.
Oh yeah?
It isn't ever like, well, this is jumping a little ahead, it isn't ever Bob Chandler driving Bigfoot. It would say, Bigfoot has appeared such and such.
Ooh.
As though it was Bigfoot's choice. Well, shall we?
Wow. Let's shall.
Let's shall. If that's not the proper way to say it, it should be. Shall we? Let's shall.
Well, let's shall. It will be so henceforth.
Henceforth, and put it on a shirt, and take that shirt to the bank.
Stamp it. Next order of business. We're getting through. We're productive tonight.
Mm-hmm. And we're productive tonight, and we're productively talking monster trucks. And suppose there's no reason not to start with, you suggested to me off mic, what if we have monster truck noises going through the whole episode? And I said, let's save it. And we did save it, and now we're here. I hate engine noises so much.
Oh,
I don't
yeah?
know if I could do that to myself.
Really?
As the editor.
Interesting.
The sound of a loud engine, particularly motorcycle engines, might be my least favorite sound of all.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do you got a beat on why?
It's loud. It's very loud.
Strange, because one of my earliest memories is being afraid of engine noises off in the distance and thinking that they're going to come and get me. I remember
Wow.
very early memory. I'd hear it, and little Jay would get a little scared.
Yeah. So most children, they fear a monster under the bed, but you feared
Monster truck.
a monster truck.
Yeah, I mean it's a much more rational fear.
Yeah.
In my honest opinion.
I mean, more people have been killed by trucks than monsters. So
That is sadly true.
yeah.
Yeah.
And how many killed by monster trucks, we'll find out.
Well, now I know that has happened, which...
Well, I said how many, we'll find out. It could be 0. But
That would be
but
many.
but it isn't.
Oh, okay. Well...
Yeah. Hate engine noises,
Huh.
which leads into I don't think I would want to go to a monster truck event because I would be annoyed by the sound of it so much.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big draw for people.
I mean, it's the last place you'd probably want to go if you don't like engine noises. The
Yeah.
very last place on the planet.
Yeah. It's underneath, like, biker bar, because at least then I'm at a bar.
Oh. I was like, they do monster truck rallies underneath biker bars? So, well,
So I've never been to one, and...
yeah. No,
and-
me neither.
Okay. So,
I'm from Florida, I know it's...
and West Virginia.
Right. So,
Um,
kind of slipping on her pimpin'.
went to a demolition derby once as a child. But I guess this is common practice, but they hosed it all down, so it was all mud. So nobody could even gain enough speed to, like, really do much. It was kind of pretty underwhelming.
Yeah. It's like doing a hot dog eating contest, but they puree the hot dogs first.
Yeah. And,
You
like,
eat 1,000 hot dogs if you just pureed them.
again, I don't think you could, but we'll find out about this future
You got some
viral food
steaks?
challenge. RC monster truck on the line, perhaps one day. But so, okay. So, in prep for this episode,
Yeah.
I accidentally stumbled upon a thing that makes me think I would want to go to a monster truck rally. And we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to pull up a video of this thing, and I'm going to encourage the audience at home to pull up the same video because I don't know the legal ramifications of having it picture-in-picture. So it's just going to be up to you to just do a little picture-in-picture for yourself. Because we are falling pretty behind on our t-shirts. So not really looking for any new lawsuits from the uploader of this YouTube video.
We gotta put this timestamped link.
Well, we're just going to watch the first 6 minutes.
Alright.
And we may cut this out, we don't know. But it might just be that you're watching 6 minutes of us reacting to the thing that you're also in the middle of watching. And how fun is that?
Reaction videos are a thing.
Yeah, and film yourself
Yeah.
reacting to us reacting to it, and then we'll film a reaction to that. And may the cycle
It's
be
just like
unbroken.
you're getting into Leia players territory.
Getting into meta files.
Oh.
Don't be bringing that puke in here.
Play the video.
All right, folks. So what you're going to look for is Megasaurus at symbol Megasaurus at Maize Valley MAIZE Megasaurus at Maize Valley Fall Harvest Festival, uploaded by TnT Kids and Home. TnT. Oop, accidentally pulled up an episode of Metafiles. That tells you what our YouTubes are up to.
Pretty meta.
Yep.
We should do an episode like that. We just put the phone screen playing a Metaphiles episode up to the camera.
And then we just take the day off. And by the way, here's an ad for Facebook, everybody. This guy he's making some kind of food on Facebook, and it looks great.
You'll see it.
So here we go. Do you have any idea what you're about to see? Okay. Get ready at home, folks. I'm going to click play on it now, and we're going to watch 6 minutes of this. And maybe you're going to watch 6 minutes of it too. We don't know yet. Here we go. I need a fresh cigarette for this. It's too exciting. Uh-oh.
Concern.
Yeah. Now this, what you're about to see, would be at a monster truck rally typically. I don't know why it's in this field, but...
Beta testing, perhaps.
What? What sort of transformering is this?
It's transformationing. Whoa. Lordy.
Jay, this is Megasaurus.
Megasaurus. I mean...
You will notice no loud engine sounds, but I am gripped to my heart is palpitating.
Oh, it's a fucking dinosaur.
It is a
How
robot
did it come out of that?
fire-breathing dinosaur. Well, that's its cage, man, and you heard the siren. It's clearly it was not meant to
They
escape.
shouldn't have let it out.
They shouldn't.
I mean, it's going to
And
eat cars or people.
What kind of
Cars.
destruction will it wreak upon the Maize Valley Fall Farm something festival?
I'm kind of nervous. So
The screams of these children could be their last.
Wow. It hungers.
It hungers, and what does the Megasaurus satiate upon?
Let's see, Toyota Celica 4, Toyota Celica sedan, I believe. 90, 97, 98. Just a guess.
Could the Megasaurus's mighty jaws
No way.
possibly break through the exterior of the Toyota Celica? They can! The Megasaurus eats cars!
Holy moly.
It chews them up and spits them out and breathes a mighty belch of flame into the air.
Oh,
The Megasaurus.
all hail the Megasaurus.
Jay.
Oh, whoa. It doesn't even have any... It's like it's eating a croissant. It's like butter. Damn.
Think of even trying to bite any part of a car with our puny human maws. For the Megasaurus, it is as nothing. Like
The
butter.
power is unimaginable.
Thank God the Megasaurus only chooses to eat cars. Or these people their merrymaking would cease.
Well, it gets a lot of iron. At least.
Yeah.
Wish I burped flames.
We could CGI it.
We need a lighter. Yeah, put it in post.
Just let me know when your next one's
No,
coming.
I wouldn't need a lighter.
Oh.
You got a cigarette? Alright, thanks.
And,
Well, I mean, that's yeah.
so, I
That's what you get.
love the Megasaurus so much, Jay.
Yeah?
I think it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my whole life. And it has now successfully torn the Toyota Celica in half. It is a creature of ultimate car destruction.
They should have called it the Auto Munchspiel.
You're just going to have to build your own, and you can call it that. Oh, it's. I stand corrected. It's not quite in half, but it's about to be.
It's on tracks. It's built on some kind of tank chassis.
It is a tank.
Yeah. That's about 30, 40 tons. Well, 20, 30 tons.
And for me, a person who does not drive and never has and has no use for cars.
He's like your superhero.
He is. And I would only wish that he would eat motorcycles because they are so much louder, and I would rather they be destroyed. But you'll notice he is avoiding the the gas tanks and stuff. I think a motorcycle would explode in him.
I mean, that's. I want to see that. I mean, a motorcycle would be like an hors d'oeuvre for him. Like
Yeah.
like a pig in a blanket or something.
Yeah, it would be the charcuterie of Megasaurus.
Yeah. Right now he's getting busy on a nice pork chop.
And we're just gonna keep going here until he has successfully halved it, which I think he gets done on this very bite. There it goes. Oh, Megasaurus, I love you. And we'll see him have
cool
one more fiery burp. And Jay, I watched about 20 minutes worth of Megasaurus videos yesterday, including I did a side Google of him, and found that he had been on an episode of Extreme Makeover Home Edition, Season 6, Episode 14, which I pulled up on Hulu, and scrubbed through, and at I think it is at 16 minutes and 50 seconds, the Megasaurus eats a house and also picks up a car and uses the car to help destroy that house.
Oh, man. I mean, it's the most powerful being in the universe.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I don't know why any other monster truck is allowed to exist when Megasaurus is clearly the king of all monsters.
Yeah. Well, they should combine monster trucks with, Robot Wars. Remember that show? People made their own robots. Do it with monster trucks, and then do Megasaurus style shit. They can eat each other.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a monster truck that's called King Kong, but why can't it be King Kong? And it punches tractors into cubes.
In a better world, it would.
Punch him right into cubes.
Silence. I used to love going on the King Kong ride at Universal Studios, because it was a giant, actual animatronic King Kong. It was huge. They used it in the movie.
In the
looked fucking terrible in the movie.
70s one?
Yeah, with Jeff Bridges. I think it was 75.
Yeah. Not the best Kong. Not the worst. Worst Kong is Son of Kong.
Oof.
So bad.
I'm not even gonna watch it.
Don't. Please don't. Best Kong, original, baby.
Oh yeah.
1930 whatever.
I fully
Truly
agree.
breathtaking.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree.
But hey, we're not here to talk about Kong.
They're pretty close. They're pretty related. King Kong
and monster trucks?
Yeah.
I wish they were more.
Megasaurus. Pretty close.
I love Megasaurus so much, Jay.
Why don't you marry him?
I would. And you know what we'd serve at our wedding?
Cars?
Cars. Cars and caviars. Caviar for the humans. Cars for the family of the bride.
This is the prop for this week.
It's pretty scary.
I got hairy legs. Listen here, corn pop.
So, I guess Mark Maron's not the only podcaster who can get an active sitting president to be on their show. Huh. There you go.
We just went up a peg, a huge peg.
Huge peg.
the standings, the rankings.
We just went up huge pegs. Welcome to Metaphiles, the podcast that goes up huge pegs.
Huge pegs.
Giant fucking pegs.
How much does it cost to rent Megasaurus?
Oh.
I will say it's a bit of a tenuous connection between that and monster trucks.
No, he is a
monster, but he's not a truck, he's a monster tank.
He is,
right?
but he
built on a tank
performs or does what he is wont to do, which is eat cars at monster truck jams.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So he's okay. He's on the
circuit.
He's got a W-2 with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's in with the associations.
Well, thank you for expanding my horizons.
I had to go multimedia with the listeners because I want everybody to know about Megasaurus. I can't believe he's not a bigger story. I mean...
Well, just when you think you've seen it all.
Yeah.
You know?
He's a giant robot that breathes fire and eats cars. How are people not talking about this all the time?
Because they're all depressed and they're all in their little world staring at their phones, you know?
Well...
In that video, not a phone in sight, just people vibing, living in the moment.
I found out about Megasaurus at work, so I was sort of depressed, and it cheered me right up.
Wait, how did you hear about it?
Oh, I read about it.
Okay. That'd just be so cool if, like, hey, I'll take a Bud Light. You heard of Megasaurus.
Megasaurus. And I was like, it's close enough to monster trucks that I could bring it up. I also Googled... how you and I could go see some monster trucks in case there was time to do it before the episode.
You would hate it.
I would though, Jay. I would sit through it for Megasaurus. If I knew Megasaurus was going to be there, I would brave.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you.
I'd do just about anything to see Megasaurus.
I'd brave getting shot in the head to see Megasaurus.
I'd take the chance. Yeah, some people survive it.
Yeah. Well, you know, maybe it's like a long shot and maybe they'll miss.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it could just go through the parts of the brain that aren't required to enjoy Megasaurus, whichever parts those are.
The gray goo would remain intact.
It's the gray mush.
Gray mush, my bad.
It's your own scientific discovery, and you constantly mislabel it.
Scientific discovery.
But the only Nashville monster truck jam available is not for another month, I think. And I will be calling the arena and finding out if Megasaurus will be there. If they're able to know his whereabouts. He might, rise up from the sea periodically and...
I'm going to drive around and see if I can spot him. No. If there's Uber monster trucks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You get to ride shotgun in the monster truck to your destination?
I mean, that's better, but more like maybe Gravedigger gets a cold. You know? So it's like, Gravedigger's got a cold. Let's call an Uber monster. And he just shows up.
Well,
it's like, he'll be here in 5 minutes. All right. There he is. Does a few flips. 5 stars. $5 tip.
It shows up, does some flips, and then leaves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a monster truck that's, like, its specific job is to be, like, kind of the understudy of the monster truck world. It's called Snakebite, and it's the one they get if they can't get Gravedigger. Or Bigfoot.
Understudy.
It's perpetually the second, always a bridesmaid,
Second
never a bride.
fiddle, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But Jay, I did look further on the Monster Jam website after finding out that we wouldn't be going to one, and I found some reviews.
Ooh.
Would you like to hear some reviews? Since we can't really talk about what it would be like for us because we never did it, we can find out what it was like for people who did do it.
Next best thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, we'll start high and go low. I found some that
just waiting for the low reviews.
Of course, but you gotta say it.
It was too loud. I didn't like the engine noises.
So here's one that's called, the title of it is Awesome by Broom Pusher from Foxborough, Massachusetts.
It checks out.
And it begins, VROOOOOOOOOOOOM. Kids had a blast. Even the teenager had his face out of his phone except to take videos. I just wish there was a halftime show. Example, dirt bike, ATV riders doing tricks or high jumps. So Broom Pusher is an ideas person.
That's so perfect.
And that's 5 out of 5.
Even the teenagers stop staring at their phone.
Except to take videos.
Oh,
Here's one that is called Vroom Vroom. This is by Girls Love Trucks Too.
Oh.
I absolutely love Monster Jam. One of my most favorite things to attend. The energy, the sounds, the revving, the excitement, the fans. What's not to like? I was slightly disappointed with the skill level this year, but truly entertained regardless.
Whoa.
Smiley face. 4 out of 5.
Whoa,
From
true.
Girls Love Trucks Too.
Siskel and Ebert over here. The skill level, huh? Well, you strap in, pal.
Here's one that is titled It Was Okay by Britt. The experience was okay. Some of the tricks were awesome, but the reason we wanted to see the show is because Flips and Stuff was advertised. Nothing like that happened. Slant mouth emoticon. I'm not saying what they did wasn't cool, but it wasn't as much as I hoped it would be. Not
Hard
as much.
to please this
Yeah.
guy.
Well, Flips and Stuff was advertised, and that didn't. There was
Why
no.
they didn't flip. Maybe
There was no
it's
flips or
low
stuff.
visibility or not enough mud on the track.
And then
Who knows?
here's a middling one. It's titled "Watch Out in the 15 and 16 Rows of the Club Level Seats." This is by Danny. The event itself was great. Lots of big trucks doing extreme maneuvers, loads of fun. The problem came when we got to our seats and realized that they were wet. Turns out that they were situated directly under an air conditioner condenser, which was constantly dripping pretty cold water on my head for the entire event. On a hot midday event, this might have been pleasant, but mostly it was an annoying, cold, constant drip for the entire event. Very unpleasant.
It's like a David Lynch movie or something out of a monster truck and just a constant drip on a person's head. Holy shit.
Why would they stay? Oh,
incredible.
Yeah. Okay,
There's
and
nachos and they're all soggy.
Yeah.
With cheese spread out and shit.
You're undergoing Chinese water torture while you're just trying to watch Bigfoot.
Oh my lord.
And that was a 2-star review by Danny. But he loved
Pretty bad
all
trip. 2 stars?
he loved all the monster truck parts.
Oh my god.
And then finally, Disappointing by Bob.
Oh, Bob.
Who went to a show,
Buddy.
the same show as Britt, who said it was okay.
Oh.
Bob was also there. It was at the SNHU Arena in Manchester, but it's Manchester, New Hampshire. But when I read it, I heard it in a Manchester accent, so that's how I'm going to deliver this one.
Perfect.
Was only going to take pictures for my grandson, then found out no cameras allowed. You know who allows cameras? Monster Truck Throwdown, that too. I'll attend their shows from now on.
Whoa.
So Bob claims to only have gone to take pictures for his grandson, but apparently is going to be going to a bunch more.
Yeah.
Come on, Bob.
Knows his shit.
You like it, Bob.
Put the camera away, Bob.
Let's-
Sit down, let the shit drip on you, and watch the trucks. That's,
Yeah.
well, how many stars was that?
Bob gave it 1 out of 5. He did not like that he couldn't take
Oh,
pictures.
Bob.
And he's pretending he doesn't really like monster trucks that much, but he obviously does.
Probably doesn't even have a grandson.
No. Guy like that? I don't think so.
Uh,
So, but I was lucky to run into Bob because it caused me to then Google monster truck throwdown.
Ooh.
And I found on their website a list of some of the trucks that they have.
Ooh, so it's kind of like a WWE, WCW kind of.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But some people show up. Some people are so good that they're allowed to do both, I guess.
Ooh. Oh.
But
Not
so-
snake bite.
I was reading through the list, and the sixth one really caught my eye. So here's the list, and we'll get to number 6. Avenger, Barbarian, Bigfoot,
Passe.
Bounty Hunter, Brutus, and then Crude Behavior.
Oh, crude.
Crude.
More crude than a monster truck.
Yeah. Yeah. I love monster trucks,
Yeah.
but my goodness.
Cut from a different cloth from all those sophisticated, highfalutin
Indeed.
monster truck.
Really
Normal shit. Crude.
crude, quite gauche.
Well, that's rather crude. I will finesse over the hills and do not flips, but maneuvers. Not crude behavior.
Yeah, instead of that noise, crude behavior, it's a string quartet coming out of it.
They play music, but it's a string quartet, maybe some cellos.
And lastly on that,
Cool.
I clicked on crude behavior because I needed to know more.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some information. Crude behavior is driven by Jared Vogel. Marital status, unlisted, ladies.
Wait, of crude behavior or of Jared? Which one?
I suppose both. Date of birth, unlisted. Residence, Weyburn, Saskatchewan, Canadian. Probably not a podcaster.
Also not known for crude behavior. Canadians are known for appropriate
Yeah.
behavior mostly.
Yeah. He's been driving crude behavior since 2015, and the website listed bio coming soon with an exclamation point. So they're going to get to it.
I want to know who's inside the truck. I want to know.
Well, they're going to get to it. He's only been there 7 years. They're going to get to it.
Wow.
And that's what we got there.
It's a bit of a chaotic world, isn't it?
The monster truck world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of all over the place. You got drips. You got people ashamed to be there, pretending they have grandkids.
Mhm.
You got monster trucks that pretend to be super crude, like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
strange. You got mystery people driving these things. Nobody knows shit about them.
You don't know when they were born or if they're married. I like to know if a monster truck driver is married.
Did you see that flip? Holy shit. Hey, is he married?
Yeah. Driving like that, gotta be.
Gotta be. Alright.
Let's check the website. Unlisted. But it's coming soon. I'll check that. Maybe it'll happen by the end of the show.
No, still not. What? What's that? Wow. Well.
Yeah. So that's monster trucks and us.
Personally, I like engine sounds. Give me a nice Dodge Charger 454 big block. I listen to that, to go to sleep like a soundscape, like a sound machine.
Well, because you, I think maybe like it because to you, subconsciously, I think it represents the overcoming of your fears. A distant engine used to scare you, but now a loud one, you are no longer scared.
Well, it just awakes something primal inside of me.
Mm.
I don't know if you've seen Cronenberg's movie Crash, 1997. One of his not good movies, in my personal opinion, but...
It's where they get into car crashes on purpose because they like to fuck after.
Yeah.
IMDb Parents Guide's going to have a field day.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't wearing seatbelts.
But,
was fine with the sex, but No seatbelts?
Fuck all you want, but be safe about it.
2 stars.
I would go. What I'm saying is, I would personally be okay with going to a monster truck event, bring an umbrella, perhaps. But
I would go if Megasaurus is there only.
yeah, sure.
And
Yeah,
I would
that's
probably wear
understandable.
like noise canceling headphones and blackout sunglasses until you tap me on the shoulder to let me know it's Megasaurus time.
Okay.
And please just do it. Don't mess with me.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that. I'd rather lay down in front of a monster truck, let it just roll straight over me instead of doing that.
Okay, I appreciate it because I need this Megasaurus shit, man. I need it.
I can see it.
It's
Yeah.
kind of all I got now.
Well,
Can't get T-shirts made.
I'm sure we can make it happen, buddy.
Okay. You want to do some Leia players? I gotta calm down.
Sure.
Okay.
Welcome to Leia Plays. I think a good podcast would be to stick a GoPro in a very busy mom's minivan. You know, just the shenanigans that happens in there. Call it a momster truck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been Leia Plays.
You better hope they don't drive anywhere near Megasaurus, though,
Oh boy.
or there'll be.
He didn't care what's inside of it. He wants the metal. He don't want the meat. He wants the metal.
Well, in the second half of the video we watched, he eats one that is full of pumpkins because it was the Harvest
Ooh.
Festival,
Oh.
and he didn't seem to care about the pumpkins. A lot of them just fell out, and he didn't seem to mind. But it does say to me that if it had not been pumpkins and had been a family on their way to soccer practice, blood and viscera going to be going everywhere.
He's got to eat. Let him eat.
God,
You know?
let
Get out of
him
the damn
eat.
car.
He
Gotta
is
eat.
one. He's the only one we got. You know, endangered species here.
Yeah.
So, if a family of 5 occasionally has to be sacrificed to keep Megasaurus calm,
Flames. It's perfectly reasonable, you know?
mm-hmm.
If you see a Megasaurus, get out of the car.
Yeah, just that is not your car anymore.
Yeah.
You in that car, you had your time together, and it's over.
Just grab the pink slip out of the glove box.
Yeah.
Maybe just hang out for the show.
Yeah.
I would
And-
be honored to have my non-existent car eaten by
Yeah.
Megasaurus.
I'm thinking about buying a car just for this reason.
And not even a used one. Not a buy here, pay here.
No.
Like a mortgaged car.
I'm not gonna feed Megasaurus the equivalent of Arby's car. I'm gonna get
Filet
him.
mignon.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him a BMW.
You're eating good tonight. We'll be back.
Yeah. Are you gonna say it?
Hi, welcome back. Tricked ya. Tricked ya.
Who's the real?
Kinda spooky, huh?
What would be really crazy is when you do it the reverse, and you have been Joe Biden this whole time.
Whoa.
Well, welcome back, folks. Hopefully a constant drip of water on your head is not happening. And
Hopefully not.
you're here and you're ready to learn about monster trucks and the world and the history of them.
Can't imagine it being not more appropriately named monster trucks and the country.
Well-
Surely other countries don't have monster trucks.
They, in fact, do.
Hey, I didn't do the research. I never do. I don't have time for that shit.
You looked up Got the Morbs last week.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
No, there's monster trucking worldwide. In fact, at one point,
This is good news.
the International something or other. I don't remember.
Monster trucks against drunk driving. Mad.
Mutad.
One word. Monster truck. It's one word, isn't it? It's 2 words.
I think.
Oh.
Oh, I've been spelling it.
Shit. Well, let's
Monster
restart.
truck. Monster truck.
Monsieur truck.
Monsieur truck. Your crude behavior.
Well, what do you got, pal?
Well, you want to just hear the whole history real quick? It's pretty easy to get through.
Eh.
All right.
Footnotes, you know.
Yeah.
Just whole.
In the late 1970s, in the United States, heavily modified pickup trucks, as well as the sports of mud bogging and truck pulling, were gaining popularity. Do you know what mud bogging or truck pulling are?
Yeah.
Yeah. They are what you think they are if you don't know. One is where you drive a truck through mud, and the other is where a truck pulls something heavy to see if it can do it.
Here you go. Garden bogging, but mud bogging.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all familiar with garden bogging.
Just did it earlier today.
So pretty soon people start lifting their trucks, getting them bigger wheels, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Until in April of 1981, Bob Chandler, Bigfoot, drives over junked cars on film as a promo for his 4-wheel drive performance shop. The first time that a monster truck was ever filmed crushing cars.
Whoa.
April 1981.
Hey, do you want to be able to do this?
Yeah.
Come to my shop.
An event promoter saw it and said we should do this in front of people. And at first, Bob Chandler was hesitant about portraying Bigfoot as having a destructive image.
Oh, a little shy.
Yeah, he didn't want Bigfoot to be seen this way. He wanted people to think that his Bigfoot was nice.
What the hell else is it gonna do? Bake a pie? Give me a break. Run over shit, man. What are you doing?
I don't want my truck to be thought of as some kind of monster. Not Bigfoot.
This can't get into the wrong hands. They'll turn it into a monster. Wow.
So they start doing it, and and by 1982 they're doing it at the Pontiac Silverdome, which I didn't look up, but I assume is a big deal.
Great place.
And by this point, their tires are up to 66 inches.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's like.
It's big. It's like.
Something like that.
At Subway, they have a sandwich that's a foot long.
Right, I've heard about that.
This is like seven or 8 of those.
Yeah, at least. With meatballs.
So, in 1981, as the tires were growing to 66 inches,
I remember.
Bob George, owner of motorsport promotion company Truckarama, which later became the United States Hot Rod Association, for God's sakes.
Put some respect on its name.
Bob George,
first of all,
sees Bigfoot, and despite Bob Chandler's initial hopes, Bob George says, that there's a monster truck.
Ooh.
And that's the first time that the term was ever used.
That there's a monster truck.
In August of 1983, the first side-by-side monster truck race was broadcast on television on the TV show That's Incredible. Bigfoot versus USA #1. Bigfoot wins. By 85, major promoters are racing trucks all the damn time. 1988, first national championship is held. USA 1 beats Bigfoot, but Bigfoot was not being driven by Bob Chandler that day, which to me is like, is that even Bigfoot then?
It's not about the big feet all the time. It's about the little feet inside of it.
That's true. It's the melding of man and machine. '88, Bob Chandler and 2 other guys start the Monster Truck Racing Association to create standardized rules to govern monster trucks, which is still in effect in the United States and Europe.
They can't, what do you figure the regulation book reads like, no monstrosity trucks,
Yeah.
Those are the regulations.
And definitely no small wheels.
Yeah. No rascal trucks. Monsters.
And please, I can't believe we even have to put this in the rule book. Please, no giant fire-breathing robots that eat cars, please. We are trying to celebrate cars at this event.
Mm-hmm.
In 1989, the year that I debuted, Bob Chandler debuted Bigfoot number 8, which had a computer-aided design. Here's all the things that Bigfoot number 8 had going on, Jay. And
surely not GPS.
No. I mean, you wouldn't really need it. You're just going around a big circle.
Just take a left here. I know. Flip.
At the uncrushed car, turn left to crush the car. Here's everything that Bigfoot 8 had. Full tubular chassis, long travel suspension systems, made of triangulated 4-link suspensions.
Gotta have it.
Bump stops, limit straps, cantilevers, and shock absorbers charged with nitrogen gas.
Whoa.
And Bigfoot number 8 became the industry standard for monster trucks. If you were gonna have a good monster truck after 1989, you had to have bump stops, you had to have limit straps, you had to have cantilevers.
Yeah, that's it. It could be a monster truck. You gotta have bump stops.
By 1993, due to the popularity of the aforementioned Gravedigger, the most famous monster truck in existence, and the highest paid monster truck driver, for a cool, what do you think? Best in the world.
Annual per annum.
Yep.
Let me go with $2 billion.
You're a little high.
I mean, I don't know, $2 million.
$3 million.
Not a bad haul.
No.
I'd drive that shit for free. I don't know about you.
I would drive it only because I know that if I drive it enough, I will be where Megasaurus is. But because
it's like a Finding Nemo type of deal or something. I don't know.
Whatever it was about Gravedigger in 1993, the crowds loved him so much. And if he got eliminated early in the race, everybody was disappointed. And so people were like, we're going to add a freestyling event at the end, which is after they've raced each other, they get to just drive around alone and do their crazy.
So he probably stunted after 93. Is like, we raced, but I'm gonna fucking, this baby I gotta take the reins off of this.
Yeah.
Of this monster.
Yeah. I can't be worried about what USA number 1's doing next to me. I need to get that big air.
Yeah. Maybe crush some cars in the parking lot. People are like, that's my car, but holy shit, that's really cool. At least it's not eating it. Hopefully that never happens.
I can't imagine it would.
Let's get out of here. I'm wet.
So by the year 2000, they began judging the freestyle competitions and assigning points, and so now you can have.
So they get paid.
Freestyle. I tried so hard to find out what a monster truck announcer gets paid. Yeah. I googled it like 10 different ways, and I couldn't get a beat on it. I did find one guy on LinkedIn, and I almost was like, should I email him?
LinkedIn is like a talk about monster truck.
Yeah, it literally was.
Oh, man.
And I was like, if I send him a message, would he get back to me? Like, hey, I have a podcast, and you can be on it if you want.
Yeah, that would be phenomenal.
How much do they get paid to be like, Sunday, Bigfoot he goes up on a dirt ramp, it goes so high and comes back down. $3 million?
They probably have their own, maybe they got an F-250 with some 40-inch wheels on it or some shit.
Mm.
They're just We're trying.
And just to round it out, history-wise, just end on some accolades for Bob Chandler and Bigfoot. Really, the
heart,
the trailblazers of the monster truck world.
The heart of the monster.
And it's funny how you get through the whole story, and now it's like, I hope good things happen to Bob Chandler and Bigfoot, even though I don't know anything about him.
Well, he's brought a lot of people a lot of joy. You know, Brit.
Yeah, he's brought a lot of loud noises into the world, which I hate, but somehow I still found myself rooting for Bob Chandler, hoping that he received the praise he was due. And he did. In 2 different ways. In November of 2011, the International Monster Truck Museum Hall of Fame named for its inaugural class both Bob Chandler and Bigfoot. First in. Had to be.
Yeah.
We can give it to Brutus.
Snakebite?
Never could.
Fucking understudy? No way.
Snakebite didn't even get to come to the party.
Yeah. I can't believe I didn't get invited to the inaugural Monster Truck Awards. Hall of Fame.
And in 2009, Hot Rod Magazine, you probably know because you read it every week, they had their list of 100 most influential vehicles in the history of hot rodding.
Yeah. What are those?
Yeah. You want to hear all 100?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just going to give you one.
Okay.
For now. Bigfoot, 69.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. Bro, fuck yeah. High Rod, 69.
You
Bigfoot.
know Bob Chandler was like,
Yeah.
air guitar.
Oh. Get it, Bob. Get it.
Move over, Raymond. There's a new Chandler in town. Move out, Bing. There's an older Chandler.
Move out, Tatum.
Hmm?
Chandlering Tatum.
Chandlering Tatum.
I think I'm getting it wrong.
The only things I have left that are history are the list of non-driver fatalities.
Non-driver fatalities. We gotta hear that.
You gotta, right? So, the answer to the teased question, how many deaths due to monster trucks?
Yeah.
It is not 0.
Not as much as helicopters, surely.
Surely not.
Surely not.
Do you have a guess?
Let's go with 3.
Okay.
No. Do 4. 4 tires.
Mm.
Kind of.
1 person per.
Synchronous.
All right. So we are talking about people who died. So this is the grim portion of the episode, but it's gonna be okay. The first one is the worst. So just strap in. In 2009, the first non-driver fatality in monster truck history.
Really would have thought it would have been before.
Yeah, you would assume they happened early, but no. Everything was great for so long. And then in 2009, a 6-year-old was killed by a piece of flying debris due to a truck which was named Natural High.
Oh my god. Flying debris?
Mm-hmm.
From maybe I guess the tire was spinning really fast and probably yeeted it right into the
It
little
had
guy.
crushed a car, and Megasaurus was not there to eat the car, and so a piece of debris. But the truck was named Natural High, which, I mean...
It's so terrible.
So then, Jay, that was on January 16th, 2009. On January 25th, 2009, second monster truck non-driver fatality.
Oh,
Bad
man.
month. Bad month. Samson ran over an announcer who stepped in front of Samson, which is like not really Samson's fault.
And he's coming right at me. I'm not gonna move. The date is January 24th. Wow.
Tell my family I love them, love them, love them.
Wow.
2013.
We all knew him as a good man. Love.
A loving father, husband.
The funeral is this Sunday. So terrible.
In 2013, the truck Big Show plowed into a crowd.
Well, it's the big show.
And it was the
It's a
Big
wrestler.
Show. Yeah, Kevin Nash, right?
Nah, Big Show. Different guy. Bigger than Kevin Nash, I think.
Well, wrestling episode. We'll get there. Big Show plowed into a crowd, injuring 79, killing 8. The deadliest event in monster truck history.
71 monster truck. They're big, okay. 79?
79
injuries?
injured, 8 dead.
He just kept going, didn't he?
No,
must have
it was a separate Wikipedia article, and I opted not to click on it.
Yeah.
And then in 2014,
Wow.
3 people, truck unknown.
So it was maybe a DIY monster
Yeah,
truck.
probably. But
Wow.
so, Jay, that takes the total of monster truck fatalities, non-driver, to 13. Do you remember when we were discussing helicopters and we were like, it would be incalculable how
Yeah.
many they have killed?
Yeah.
It is entirely calculatable. 13 in 40-ish years. Pretty good track record.
Yeah. I mean, considering, you know. But I would like to give a shout out to Little J. Once again, bit of a rational fear.
Yeah. I mean, if Natural High had been anywhere near you.
13, huh?
Yeah.
Mamma mia.
Yep.
I mean, if you give me a list of how I want to go, possible causes in the future,
Yeah.
might have to do monster truck, to be honest.
You want to be that? You want to be number 14?
Just feed me to fucking Megasaurus.
Oh, well, I mean, that, I feel like, separate category.
Put me in a Ford Escort and strap in the seatbelt, play some Skinnerd on that radio, and let's get chomping, you know?
I'm as free as a bird now.
But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go, hey, monster truck's not a terrible way to go.
Yes, it is. For me, yes, it is.
Yeah.
If something that makes a loud engine noise is the cause of my demise, I will be upset.
Yeah.
If something that eats cars so that the loud engine noise can never happen again, I will be thrilled.
Jason Ford died in his sleep at the age of 88 when he was run over by a monster truck in his bed.
Zach Caffrey died in 2023 when he voluntarily offered himself to the Megasaurus. And we quote, as tribute.
That's tribute. Well,
He leaves behind 24 episodes of his podcast.
kind of like the Kurt Cobain of podcasting.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
27.
Man.
And that takes us through segment 2 there, Jay.
Well, for the Departed, just gonna pour it out
Great
a little
movie.
bit. Well, you know, I just can't believe one monster truck fucked up 79 people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, maybe we can do addendum research. Really get the whole grisly scene. That'll be our first ever Patreon.
Yeah.
It's just a thorough retelling of the most deadly moment in monster truck history, and also what Michael Jackson thinks of them.
Yeah.
He probably wasn't a big fan of Natural High. Ooh, darkest joke in the history of the podcast.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back. Hello, Madman Files, Jason for
Zach Caffrey. Zach Caffrey taking a big gulp.
monster trucks, and more specifically,
Why monster trucks?
But why?
Fucking why?
Monster trucks.
There's not monster cars. There's not monster Vespas.
There's not monster responsibility. There's not monster eggs over Miami. Miami.
There's not monster briefcase.
No. There's not monster Ziploc bags.
No. I mean, there are very big ones, not 66 inch.
Hey, maybe new podcast titled Meta Monster.
Meta Monster?
Pretty cool. Huh?
What do we do on it?
Well, no, it's Metaphiles, but we change it to Meta Monsters.
Wouldn't it be monster metaphiles?
Forget it.
Look, this ain't Leia Playas anymore.
Well, it should be.
Keep that puke out of here.
Puke. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
It's because there are people who like engine noises, and I don't
I do.
fucking get it. And I don't want to fucking get it.
It's the power. You'd feel the power and the vibrations and the sounds like wah, wah, wah. It's like this caustic, percussive sensation that you don't normally feel.
Let's, because I don't want to be uncollaborative.
Me neither.
For the next...
You can never call me uncollaborative.
I never have, and I never can. And now, you can't either, because for the next 5 minutes, we'll put engine noises in. I cannot do it for the whole episode, in good conscience, but for the next 5 minutes, starting now. No, I think monster trucks would...
Hold on a second.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I think monster trucks almost certainly, they would have been the most in danger of going in the trap drawer of anything we've ever talked about until I found out about Megasaurus, and that is...
Well, also, would it solely have been because of the noise? Would that have been the only reason?
Yeah. If we ever did motorcycles, trap drawer. Segment 1, trap drawer. Hate them.
Gotcha.
Why loud? So loud. Why?
Because then you can go faster.
Louder equals faster.
Yeah.
Well, I refer to last week. Why you gotta go so fast? Where are you going?
It's pretty fun to drive fast.
Why do you need energy? Why do you have to go fast? Why can't we all just sit down and watch Megasaurus videos?
Technically, we are moving at 18,000 miles an hour, rotating along with the planet.
And you don't
Is
hear
that
you don't
not
hear the
enough?
universe going. You don't hear the universe doing it.
You gotta. It's 18,000 isn't enough. You have to go 18,200 miles an hour.
It's shameful, really. It's disrespectful to the universe.
Yeah. I'm careful not to do anything like that. I definitely don't deal with that shit every day. It's anything that's disrespectful to the universe.
There's one other
Cigarette
researchy
butts.
thing that I really wanted to get to,
Yeah, what do you got?
which is again thanks to Bob and his fake grandson. I went to the Monster Truck Throwdown website.
Right.
And I found
WCW.
they had a handy chart of the things that a monster truck driver wears to stay safe.
It looks like... Okay.
They wear shoes, gloves, fire suit, and head and neck support, and helmets, all of which are heavily flame retardant. It seems like catching on fire is the main bad thing that's going to happen to you if you're in one of these things.
I mean, it's pretty much not a rally until it does happen, apparently.
But the reason that this needed to be brought up to me is because of the entry on helmets. I think you're going to have the exact same reaction to it that I did. So here we go. Painted to match the theme of the truck, don't let the colors fool you. These are fire resistant and Snell Foundation approved to the latest standards.
Snell Foundation.
Now, Jay, are you like me? You are. And so when
Who's
I read
Snell?
that,
Why is there a foundation?
exactly. What is
What
the
happened
Snell?
to Snell?
What is the Snell Foundation?
Yeah.
I needed to know, and the answer did not disappoint. And I knew that you would also.
It's a driver that wasn't wearing a helmet, or wasn't wearing a up to snuff helmet, more specifically, and was slinging that shit around that track as fast as he fucking could, and then boom, boom. So
Jay,
sorry.
I'm sure.
it's-
No. Listen, you are an incredible podcaster, and we'll find out why in a moment. A Google of the Snell Foundation led me to the Snell Foundation's website, where the headline is, "Before a helmet can be Snell certified, it is tested in Snell's state-of-the-art test facility, CR Lab, helmet and safety videos." I clicked, of course, on the Snell Foundation's website, and the Snell Foundation has 2020 helmet safety standards certified by Snell, the global leader. Snell, the global leader, Jay.
It's like it's Tim and Eric's company.
Exactly.
Name. Snell.
Exactly. If you're not wearing a Snell helmet,
you're not
just not
driving
sitting.
monster trucks.
The Snell Foundation has a frequently asked questions section, which I pored over.
Who the fuck is Snell?
That is literally one of the questions.
Such language.
So, the first most frequently asked question of the Snell Foundation is, how do helmets work, and how do they protect against head injury?
What's a head?
And here's how the Snell Foundation explains it. This question requires some background. The first thing to know is that in most cases, head injury is caused by a sudden stop. The head is sailing along briskly, but in an instant, the head slams to a complete stop against something hard and unyielding.
That's what happened to Dale. This is so...
Yes. Unless that head is secured inside a good helmet, that sudden stop will send a shockwave through the scalp, skull, and brain tissue. There is almost sure to be a painful bump and swelling. There may be skull fractures, and that shockwave may even propagate through the brain tissue, causing bleeds and disruptions, and the kinds of permanent injury that are beyond the most modern medical capabilities to repair. It's not the fall, it's the sudden stop that does the damage. Helmets work by making that stop less sudden. Snell.
Can you give me a second? I need to go to college. I'll be right back.
You don't. Just read the Snell Foundation's
Yeah, right.
frequently asked questions. You'll know everything that you need to know. The second question is, are Snell helmets too hard? And the short answer is no, Snell says.
Bad answer. I'm not going to buy that helmet. Yes. They're too hard.
And why wear Snell certified helmets? A helmet buyer can quickly judge a helmet for style and price. Wearing a helmet for 10 minutes will help choosing a helmet with good size and comfort. It takes 10 minutes to find out if the helmet is comfortable.
They go through a drive-through or something.
But it is
it'll work.
much more difficult to determine which helmet provides the most protection. A helmet is a safety equipment. When your skill and experience could not help you avoid a crash, when your helmet is the only thing between your head and a violent collision, it matters which helmet you have on your head.
Damn right it does.
Snell Foundation tests thousands of helmets every year to find out which helmets can provide the best protection through the most current technology and material. Couple more of these. What is Snell?
It's just so thorough.
Yeah.
It's just so exhaustive.
The Snell Foundation is the global leader. They're not going to jerk you around.
They had me at, does your helmet need to be, or is it too hard?
It's too hard. The short answer,
They had me at
no.
Yeah.
Who/what is Snell? And here is why you're an amazing podcaster. William Pete Snell was the Racer of the Year when he died needlessly in a 1956 Sports Club of America racing event.
I know because he was my dad.
Are you a Snell?
I've kept it hidden all these years, but
His then state-of-the-art helmet, made of leather and pressed cardboard paper. Fuck off.
he was pedaling the car, by the way, Flintstone style.
Yeah. Shockingly, that did not protect him. So the following year, in memory of Pete, a number of his friends, colleagues, and fellow racers, including Dr. George Snively,
Great guy.
great guy, Dr. George Snively, the head of
Yeah,
Snell
George.
Foundation.
Oh my god.
Snively, head of Snell.
Oh, it's Tim and Eric.
It's so good.
That's so funny.
They got together and started making sure helmets were really great. Lots more questions and answers. The final one, which we don't even need to read the answer to, one of the most frequently asked questions of the Snell Foundation is, I dropped my helmet. Do I have to buy a new helmet? And generally the answer is probably not. It's a helmet, so it's kind of designed for that. So that's the Snell Foundation, who
Wow.
are the global leaders.
Bless them.
Bless them.
Bless all they do.
Bless Snively, bless Snell. Thank you, Snively. Thank you, Snell. And we say that every week now. Thank you, Snively. Thank you, Snell.
Thank you, Steve. It's just amazing.
Bless you, Snively. Bless you, Snell.
Bless you, Snively. Bless you, Snell. Praise be.
Huh?
Praise be.
Praise be, Snell. So, none of that answers why monster trucks, but I just had to get Snell in.
Well, why Snell might lead us to a meaningful why monster trucks, because if we're willing to put ourselves in a situation where we're so concerned
Where we have
about
to wear
our head
something like
safety,
that.
yeah, as to read that entire fact from Snell.com, like we're getting into some serious shit because it's thrilling, it's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Maybe that loud motor makes you feel a little bit dangerous.
Yeah.
You know?
They are monsters. They are loud like monsters.
They've injured
they-
79 people in one stroke.
Yep. They have killed 13, more than monsters have.
Yeah, exactly.
They made so many people be on fire. Which is
They're
something a
okay,
monster would
thank
do.
you, Snell, but
Thank you,
thank you, Snively.
thank you, Snell.
Yeah, I mean, it's the danger, man. You know?
Yeah.
Yo, I wake up, I'm hearing 8,000 RPMs in my head as soon as I wake up.
Mhm.
Drowns out the alarm. I don't know how I wake up every time, but I hear because I'm racing.
Yeah.
You know,
You got a monster gray mush.
Monster Gray Much. That's what's in my head. That's what I'm trying to protect with the Snell helmet.
Thank you, Snell. Thank you, Snively.
Thanks, Snell.
Bless you. Praise you.
Hard helmets be upon you.
And are they too hard? No.
Yep.
They're just hard enough.
Pick upable, just hard enough.
Lab tested. Snell approved.
2-second commercial. It's just a sledgehammer.
Monster trucks, not trap drawer, but certainly not
But well,
up on Pinewood.
as you said, it's only because of Megasaurus.
Mm-hmm.
So
Megasaurus, he for me is up in Pinewood heaven. I love Megasaurus so much.
size 40 bowling shoes, probably.
Oh, at least. He's huge.
Big bowling shoes.
Yeah. Could the Megasaurus bite through a Snell-approved helmet?
Oh,
one of the great philosophical queries of our time. It's like, could God...
Man's knowledge exceeds his grasp. Zach,
Yes.
I don't know, man.
And,
Some things shouldn't be done.
to quote the song Godzilla by Blue Oyster Cult, history shows us again and again how nature points out the follies of man.
Well, which, out of Megasaurus and Snell and... Snell, thank you. Bless you.
Bless you and praise you, Snell.
Bless you, praise you.
And Sniffly.
Would, which one of those is more natural, would you reckon?
I think it's not natural to prevent the head from reaching the unyielding surface. It is not natural to build a robot that breathes fire and eats cars, but it is also not natural to build cars. So, I think that the Megasaurus is bringing more balance to the Force, if I may, than the helmets are.
Ooh. Less helmets, less people, less cars if
Less
Megasaurus.
engine noises,
Less
which
engine
again
noises.
are an affront to the universe.
So that's you as a supervillain. Is you want to kill? You want to snap your fingers and get rid of all the people who drive cars? Just
No,
kill them all.
To me, Natural High
It's diabolical.
and Big Show are the supervillains, and Megasaurus is the hero.
I mean, that's forget a T-shirt. That's a $1 billion idea. I think.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah. Can't buy that.
So, I am nervous to say this, but I think by preventing the natural way of things, that is the unprotected head meeting the unyielding surface, I think that the Snell Foundation is going against nature. And praise them and bless them and thank you, Snell, and thank you, Snively. But to me,
Don't be blasphemous.
the Megasaurus is more in line with our Pinewood God here on Metaphiles.
Well, there's only one way to know. Megasaurus bites down on a Snell helmet.
And if it cracks its mighty tooth, then I will be labeled a heretic, and I will
You'll be
accept it.
flagellated.
And I will have no choice but to accept it. But I would be willing to go up on to the cross in defense of Megasaurus. I will believe in him to my dying breath, hopefully at his hands.
For Zach so loved Megasaurus that he gave his only begotten Zach,
Yes.
that Megasaurus may live.
Yeah. But that being said, praise Snell and bless Snell and Snively.
Hey, want the best things to happen to you. Great helmets.
Great. Oh my god, their helmets?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I put them up there.
Yeah.
I pop one on and jump off a fucking cliff.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, yeah, I mean, so much of our reality is a result of nothing more than what happens in the human mind. None of this shit would exist.
Yeah.
So we have to make the things that our human mind is capable of imagining into physical functioning objects to satiate how advanced we still seem.
Yeah.
Very primal desires,
To that nature
such
that,
as a monster truck rally.
yeah. And
Why?
and you've nailed it just then. Why monster trucks? It is the human being celebrating its dominance over the world until the era of the Megasaurus, which will surely overtake us.
Well, you're thinking like comic book? I mean, you should do a literary novel about this.
About Megasaurus.
Versus, yeah, I mean, this whole thing.
Are you suggesting that I make a comic book?
I think it would be a good idea.
So
Sure.
you Jason Ford, known comic book dissident.
Yeah. Well, you
Understand that Megasaurus is so important that you want there to be more comic books because of him. A thing I never, ever thought I would hear you say. More comic books?
and you put it on Megasaurus. He's the reason that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just a cult member. You need to come back.
How can I? When this is the effect that this new life is having.
Well, I need to get better friends, I guess.
I mean, as soon as I become friends with Megasaurus, I'll introduce you.
Okay.
I'll introduce all of
We're
you.
gonna buy a suit. I don't have a
Megasaurus is
suit.
going to be the guest on the show at some point.
We're just... So first of all, we get this table.
Yeah.
We make it about, I don't know, 50 feet long. We pull the camera way back.
Way back, we put a car on the table.
We put a car on the table. Megasaurus is between us.
That's
We're
the
on
prop.
either end.
The prop for that week is a car.
There's a car.
And Megasaurus is lighting our cigarettes for us. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, hey, you got a light? Just joking. That's, I'd like to declare that's our goal as a podcast.
Yeah.
Is to make
Yeah.
that happen.
We will never stop podcasting until we get Megasaurus on the show. I don't care if it takes us 600 episodes, 100, each 100 being a mop-up for the previous 100.
I don't care if I have to take over a younger person's body in order to live longer, thereby murdering them. In order to get to that point.
Yeah.
I would do it. Megasaurus.
Megasaurus. Praise be to Snell.
Praise be to Snell.
Praise be to
Snively.
Praise be to Megasaurus.
Bless him.
Drip, 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 drip.
Alright, well, this is part of the sign off that I say.
And this is the part of the sign off that I say. Hey, this is Zach Caffrey,
This is Jason Ford.
and we're the hosts of Metaphiles, the podcast that you just finished watching and technically are still watching. And while you're here, if you could, just go ahead and like this episode, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment if you're so inclined. Maybe the comment could be about, and then it'll say whatever the topic was that week. So this, say that.
Metaphiles.